Okay, today I want to talk about living with integrity, and that means behaving consistent with your beliefs even when you don't want to, or even when you prefer to be ignorant of the effects of what you're doing. And I'm also wearing my nerdy shirt, so I'm going to talk also about science and the value of a science education in a way that most people don't think about. Usually when you think about the value of science, or when people wonder about the value of science education or math education, they think, is this something I'm going to be tested on, or is this something that matters in real life? And I want to talk about a way in which it does. That's both a blessing and a curse, but if you live with integrity, you have to think about it. So what makes me think about it is I'm in New York City. It's just past the holiday season. This year, Christmas Eve in New York City, the temperature was 72 degrees Fahrenheit. This was far from a snowy Christmas. And it hit home for a lot of people. You know, a lot of people of my age and older, they hear about how the temperature is rising, and how the sea level is going to rise and places are going to be submerged. And a lot of us do this calculation where we hear by 2100 something will happen, or by 2075 something will happen. And we do this quick calculation. When am I going to die? Oh, I missed that one. First of all, for people who are younger than us, these are the first generations where they're not going to miss it, where we are seeing in our lives these temperatures rising. And I know the difference between climate and the day-to-day temperature, but all the signs are there. So what I want to talk about is that when you have the value, one of the most fundamental concepts in science and physics is the conservation of energy. If you use energy, it is impossible for it to come out of nowhere. It must come from somewhere. Every time that you turn on a light switch, it is impossible for you to draw that energy from somewhere without you leading to coal being burned. Coal being burned means carbon dioxide goes into the environment, which causes greenhouse emission, which causes the greenhouse effect. It also means mercury is going to go into the environment, which means it's going to the groundwater and the air and things like that. I have a nephew who has asthma. Was it caused by pollution? Can't say for sure, but there's more of it now than there ever was, and it's contributing. A lot of people have this idea that they'll see a bottle of water and they think to themselves, I'm thirsty. There's water in that bottle. If I drink that water, I will not be thirsty afterwards. And they don't think to themselves, what happens to that bottle afterward? Even people who have seen pictures of giant mountains of water bottles that we export to third world countries, that we pay them for. And they don't get that the bottles that are there were produced by them. The sea levels rising are produced by us. By us, if we think to ourselves, I'm hot in the middle of the summer, and the air conditioner, if I turn it on, I will be more comfortable. And you don't think that that will lead to more coal being burned. It doesn't matter if you live in a place with wind energy or solar energy. If you're connected to a grid and you increase demand, the laws of economics say that you will increase prices and you will drive more supply, and that will lead to more emissions. So it's not like I have a big lesson here. It's just that living with integrity means knowing the consequences of your actions. And you could call me an environmentalist, but the principles here are not that I love trees and want more trees, although I do want more trees. For me, what matters is the effects of my actions on other human beings, on other people, even ones who are not yet born, although a lot of ones have been born now. And so I know that if I lead to more greenhouse gas emissions, I am raising the temperature for future generations. There's nothing I can do for that not to happen. Now I know life means that you have to do things like this, but at least if we lower the amounts, the more that we lower the amounts, the more that we can live within the time cycles that the earth, the natural processes need to put the carbon dioxide back into trees and so forth. So anyway, what I'm talking about here is living with integrity, realizing that the consequences of your actions affect other people. And every time that you do something that takes energy, turning on the light, turning the air conditioner, taking a hot shower. I take showers every day, but I don't take the longest showers I possibly can. And that's something to think about. I guess I'm wearing my nerdy math shirt, and I wanted to talk about that. So think about that next time that you consume energy.